Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome onto stage, Wes Wilson.
How are you guys? My name's Wes Wilson. Some of you might recognize me as the ghost of Minecraft Past. I used to do a show called The Shaft, and I have met a lot of the YouTubers that you guys are interacting with today. Stampy asked for a selfie with me, so you guys should be jealous. But in all my years of working with YouTubers and Minecraft, there is one group that has always shown the brightest to me. They're the most professional, kind, generous, and productive members of the Minecraft YouTube community that honestly I've ever seen. I'm proud. About a year and a half ago, I got to start working with them, and I'm still working with them to this day, and I'm proud to introduce Mindcrack. Okay. So we're going to go down the row here, and we're going to introduce everybody one by one. Good, will you start?
Hello, I am Good Boulderfist, the creator of Mindcrack.
Hello, I'm Milbyful, and I'm a rainbow sheep.
Hi, I'm OMG Chad. I make videos.
Hi, my name's Badge, and apparently I'm in an airplane hangar.
I'm DocM77, and it's my birthday today.
Hi, I'm Jason019, and I'm a firefighter.
Hi, I'm Vintage Beef. I make videos on YouTube.
Hello, I'm Marcus. I'm late.
Hi, I'm Aurelian, and my birthday is tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Sevidus, and I live stream on Twitch.
Hi, I'm C418, and I decided to be part of Mindcrack half an hour ago.
Hey, my name is Pyro, and like these guys, I also make videos.
Welcome back, Seth Bling here, and I don't play games. I write programs that play games, so.
That's fine.
So before we get started, we had a really cool event on Friday, and one of the members of the event who came and hung out with us lost their bag and everything that was in it, and the signature card. So we wanted to do something a little bit special for Wispade, who's in the front row. So we got a card that everyone has signed. This isn't just Mindcrackers. It's absolutely everyone who we've kind of met throughout the con. So we wanted to give it to Wispade now. So Wes, do you mind handing that to him? And there you go.
There we go.
Give him a big round, because he lost all his stuff.
So one of the biggest things that everyone wants to know when they hear about Mindcrack is how this all got started. Because this is all based on multiplayer gaming. So, Good, at what point in time did you decide to start adding more players to your gaming?
Well, as everyone knows, Minecraft's all about building a community. And I've always been one for multiplayer gaming. And the moment that multiplayer was added, all I wanted to do was play with more of my friends. So the moment that we could do that, I started adding my own friends. And I was so lucky to start running these competitions and things that allowed me to make more friends. And through that, I've made, all these people are now my friends, but at one point, we were just adding people we didn't know. And one of our oldest members, and also our youngest members, is still here. He's not up here, but he's right down here. There's Shri. Everyone know Shri? Give a hand for Shri.
And when Mindcrack got started, like, who were some of the first players that got involved with it?
Is that for Pyro?
Huh? That's for you. That's for you.
Some of the earliest players?
I'm ad-libbing this question for you because I don't feel like you answered the last one well enough.
Oh, so right. So we had Shri, as I mentioned, and then the earliest was like Vintage Beef. He had one of the greatest competitions, and through that we were made great friends, and now we're here. We've traveled the world together, and you never thought that you were going to be able to do that, to make these connections and real life friendships. That we spent a week in London, touring London together, and it had nothing to do with anything other than being great friends.
Yeah. So, what are some of your earliest memories of multiplayer gaming? Pyro, what kind of things do you remember about when you first started doing multiplayer Minecraft?
So one of my first multiplayer experiences, I was always single player. I had no friends. I know. And I was invited to Minecraft, and we did an ultra hardcore. I think it was season 7, and I was paired with Baj, and I was under this impression, that Baj hated me throughout the entire thing. It was actually kind of funny because it was like an old man, young son dynamic, and that was a really, really memorable one for me. I really enjoyed that. And then another one was my first time on the server. We were doing a huge King of the Leather battle. King of the Leather was the thing back in the day. And I think there's 20 of us on at the time, just going up and down this ladder, hitting each other. That was the best.
So, what were some of the first impressions you had of other Minecrackers when you first met them? Good?
Well, I have a funny story. So the very first MineCon, the one that was in Vegas, this was before Seth was a Minecracker. And it was me and B00. We had come to the closing ceremony, and we were leaving the closing ceremony, and Seth was getting swarmed by people because he was super famous way back then. And so we're just trying to get out, and Seth was trying to basically make sure that people didn't get in the way. In hindsight, I know this. At the time, it seemed like he was a real jerk, and he was basically like, no, I can't sign for you right now. And I was like, I don't even know who you are, and why are you wearing this golden necklace? Like, are you a rapper? I was so confused. Oh yeah, there it is, the bling necklace. So after we leave, B00 was like, that was Seth Bling. And for the longest time, I thought his name was Seth Bling. And so one day he messages me on Skype about something unrelated, and I see his last name, and I'm like, his name isn't even Bling. Who does he think he is? So once I finally got to meet the guy, he's one of my best friends now, but it's so funny how your first impression of someone can be so different once you actually get to know him.
Pyro, what about you?
So, when I first joined the server, I was on the server with Good, and I remember Good telling me this, the first convention we met, I used to speak 1,000 miles an hour. I don't know if anyone here is from Ireland, but we speak so fast.
I can't understand you.
He can't understand me even now. So, Good did not understand me for the first couple of months that I met him. He was just acting nice. He was saying, yeah. Couldn't understand me at all. But now I've picked up a lot of Americanisms. Like I say the word awesome or dude, and nobody says that over here. And I go out with my real life friends, and they're kind of like, who is this guy? Like, what have they done with him?
Milby?
Well, what's great is my first impression of meeting the Minecrackers, or any of them in real life, is basically it's the same as when they're online. None of them are like strikingly different to how they are online to how they are in real life, and I just really appreciate that basically. And I think that's it shows that we're like a very I've forgotten the word. Never mind.
Authentic?
Yeah, you go. Authentic. We're a very authentic group, and I just really appreciate that basically.
So as you've gotten to know each other, what kind of events have happened that have gotten you to grow together more as a group? Sevidus?
A few things stand out to me. First off is conventions like this. Obviously, we all get to meet each other and come together. I didn't know, I guess, like half the people on here before this, like in real life, before this convention. So it's awesome to be able to see everybody. And for me, one of the big things that we get to do together that sort of brings us all together is our charity events that we do. Whether it's the marathon or going to Disney or whatever the case may be. All the charity events are something we're all really, really passionate about. And when we're all passionate about the same thing, we do amazing things.
Really?
I think they're just passing microphones to whoever's close. I would agree with Sevidus. I think our charity events are pretty awesome, but everything that everyone else has kind of echoed here about meeting each other in person, we get to do a really good, I can't even talk, I'm so nervous. There's a lot of people here. We get to do a lot of really awesome stuff as a group, and without the group, we wouldn't be able to do that. And so it's really humbling to be able to come to a MineCon and have the experience of being on panels, but sitting here in front of thousands of people that are just staring at me. It's because I get to be friends with these awesome people, and not only am I friends with them, but we get to game together, we get to change people's lives by raising money for charity, and we get to have a lot of really cool projects.
I also think conventions are some of the best ways that we've all gotten to know each other. Especially at MineCon, we got to really hang out a little bit before the convention, and we've been doing all sorts of stuff all week long. It's been a ton of fun to be here in London. And then, anytime we're in person, that's almost always at a convention. So conventions like these, we have to thank for actually getting to know the group better.
So we've been here at London all this time. Who here thinks they've gotten the most amount of sleep? I think Good and I got about 2 hours of sleep each of the first few nights that we were here. Isn't that about right, Good?
Yeah, finding time to sleep is really hard. So my voice is gone. I probably just need some rest, I think.
So all of you have come up through the ranks. All of you started with a channel with no subscribers and have built it up. There's a lot of people out here that are doing the same thing. When is it that you figured out that you had kind of made it? Beef?
I guess, yeah, right now, with all these people here. Well, I guess the first MINECON was actually unbelievable for me, meeting all these people that loved watching my videos and coming up to me and telling them how much I've inspired them. That sort of really sunk in as a point where I was making a difference and that I made it. In terms of YouTube, I think the first time I really thought that like my channel was taking off was there was a couple times. I guess the first Steve versus Steve was really, really popular, and I really thought that, wow, that was amazing, the response I got from that. And then my channel started taking off again when Good decided to prank me and put vines all over my castle, and that was amazing too. But yeah, those were the two times on the or I guess on YouTube that I felt that I really, really made it.
Seth?
Yeah, so I guess my first really big break was when Notch saw my duck hunt in Minecraft video, and he tweeted it out, and he had a lot of followers at the time. The duck hunt in Minecraft, by the way, was like these mine carts run off their rails and you shoot them with a bow, and it's like this really dumb game. But it was like right as 1.8 came out, and so some news sites picked it up too. It just like kind of blew up. My channel in like 2 or 3 days doubled the total number of views that it got. And it was just like, it was insane, and that's really where the trends of growth kind of all started. And so thanks, Notch, for retweeting Duck Hunt in Minecraft.
How many of you have been retweeted by Notch at some point in time or another? Look at that.
Like 10 times. Sorry guys. Sorry.
For me, it was probably 2012, 2013. My most viewed video, actually, kind of ashamed of this one, is my horrible parody I did with one of my friends of Rebecca Black's Friday when that came out. And I did a Minecraft parody of that. And it is horrible. My singing isn't great, but my friend really pulled it off for me. So if he's watching this, thank you.
I want to point out that Beef said that his big break was the vining. And I also want to point out that video of his has like 2 million views, and me pranking him only has like 300,000. So like everyone watching should go watch my perspective of that, like right now.
I'd also like to point out that my video was masterfully edited, and I did a really. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Okay, wow, I just lost my place. That's terrible. I never do that. So, Chad, earlier you mentioned that you like getting together at conventions. What is it about conventions, especially MineCon in particular, that you feel is really good for the group?
Oh man, conventions are meeting fans like you guys. Shout out to you. That was really quiet. Let's try that one more time. Shout out to you guys. That's by far the best part of conventions. But then also learning, there's something that changes when you meet someone in person. And either that could be other YouTubers, like meeting the group here, or meeting people that I've known from the internet, kind of like how you guys are meeting some of us, or meeting fans that I've interacted with on Twitter or my Twitch, streams or anything like that. I think that conventions are some of the best things for content creators to come to and enjoy.
Arcus?
Yeah, I agree with Chad here. Just meeting all these people in person after so much, especially Doc, he's awesome. Yeah, after all this time, finally meeting these guys, it's really the best time of my life. And meeting all the fans that were just online, now in person, best experience ever.
Now this is your first panel too, isn't it?
It's my first panel.
You're not nervous? You're not nervous at all, are you?
I'm great. Thank you guys.
So what about you, Jeff?
I mean, echoing what they all said, of course, meeting these people in person is great. For me, it's kind of like a vacation. I know Good puts a lot of work into these conventions when he's there, but I'm just kind of like not working, relaxing, and having a good time with everybody. So that's part of what I like about it.
Milby?
Yeah, well, they pretty much said what I was going to say there about the convention, but it's just, I know it. Yeah, this is the first time me and Good have actually met each other in real life, which is so great. What?
I think they said make out.
So what are some of the more rewarding things you get out of doing videos? I mean, you didn't start doing it for the success. You did it for some other reason. What are some of the rewards you've gotten from making videos? Jeff?
For me, I started making videos because, as I just said, this is kind of like a vacation for me. It was like an escape from reality. It was, I'm doing something, I'm not going to school, I'm not going to work, I'm doing something that I enjoy doing. And then when I realized that other people enjoyed watching them and listening to my stories, that was also a rewarding experience in itself. So it's seeing the joys on other people's faces or in their comments and things like that. That's my reward for this stuff.
I think for me, it became a huge moment where I realized that I was doing something more than just playing video games. I get letters in from people all around the world, and I was moving, and before I moved, I wanted to make sure that I kept them all safe. So I bought a binder and notebook paper, and I sat down with my mom one afternoon, and I put all of the letters into like plastic paper in a binder so that I could like see it all. And for the first time, I went back and reread them all like in succession, and it completely filled a 4-inch binder of letters from people all around the world. And when my mom started crying, like I was like, my mom is so proud of me for playing video games. And it was like one of probably the single most humbling and best moments of my life, is realizing that like I was in a corporate job before and I was just working 9 to 5, and I didn't really feel like I was doing anything that impacted people's lives. And knowing that I was doing that while doing something that I love, while making friends with like these amazing people, is probably the coolest single thing I think anybody can do.
For me, I started streaming because I was really bored of coding. Like I remember it was like a month I was just doing galaxy simulations for my degree, and I couldn't do it anymore, so I just started playing video games on.
He got bored of
on
simulating
JTV.
galaxies.
I did, well, yeah. It was a rigorous process. But anyway, like the reason I chose to do astrophysics, a lot of it is weird, but it's because like it was cool and it didn't like affect anybody's lives immediately. So I felt like I couldn't mess it up, right? If I was a doctor or something, there's like pressure, and like I'd have to mess up, and then, oh God, too much pressure. So I liked astrophysics because of that. But I had so much fun streaming and whatnot, and I felt no pressure when I was streaming. But then again, the letters would come in, and those sorts of things would happen, and it's so much more rewarding, you know, having a positive impact. And I think that's the reason that I, you know, keep doing what I do.
Have any of you guys found, of your fan bases, like what affects you the most? Like, Doc, what do you like about your fan base, and how do you find it resonates with you?
Well, I've been in the game for a while now, and I'm pretty much grinding it hardcore. So for me, lately I started my Minecraft Realms project, and you know, if you play the game for a while, you sometimes, you know, I wouldn't say burn out, but lack inspiration, and sometimes think, holy crap, what am I gonna do now? And so I started this thing where I invited some people on the server, total strangers, right? And they have a week of time and a big project to do in survival Minecraft. And for me, that was the most inspiring thing I've seen in a while in Minecraft, because those guys have been crazy. They had online times of literally 20 hours a day. I think some of them failed school and had a divorce after it. But other than that, went well. And that is the things that keep me going by now when playing Minecraft. Yeah, for me it's just amazing to see how much dedication goes into the game still. And that is, I would really say, the most inspiring thing for me. What the hell is wrong with you, Good? Why are you giggling? What did I do?
Sorry. We're having our own fun. I'm sorry. Chad came into frame, and it was fantastic.
You know, seeing this inspiration in the Minecraft community makes it even possible for me to deal with those guys. I mean, a week, and yeah, I need a vacation too. So yeah, that's my thing. I love the community aspect, and you know, trying to get people to work together in the community. That's my thing, and that's the best thing about Minecraft, in my opinion.
That's an interesting thing. You talk about inspiration, what keeps you going in Minecraft. What are you finding inspiring in the game right now, Arcus, and what kind of things do you, are you enjoying about the game?
What I really like about Minecraft is building stuff. That's my thing. I can do it forever, probably. Just creating new things keeps me going. And what really inspires me the most, probably, is seeing people's reactions to it. I really like building stuff for other people. I remember I've done some pranks for Beef, building stuff for him to explore. And just seeing him explore it and enjoy that, that's just amazing for me to see. So yeah, that mostly.
Anyone else? Jeff, what are you enjoying about the game right now?
I just want to jump in here real quick. He's really good at the pranking thing. Like, his pranks are never really pranks, they're adventures, and I want more of them.
I mean, what I enjoy about Minecraft is Minecraft gives me a time to tell stories about my life to all you people. I just get on the server and can do whatever I feel like doing and just talk, and it's relaxing to me. So I enjoy Minecraft not just because of what the game has to offer, but what I can do with the game.
And what a lot of people don't realize is that Minecraft has actually influenced the way that Minecraft has evolved. C4118, what kind of things have you put into the game that a lot of people might not know about?
Well, I think the thing that most people actually don't realize, there's like some creepy sound effects that occasionally happen. Nobody understands them. It's pretty simple. So if you have a block nearby that has 0 brightness, so it's completely dark, that is basically a spot where mobs can spawn. And it's basically a warning sign. Nobody understands it, and everyone is just creeped out, and I love it.
Everyone give a hand for his music, though. His music in the game is amazing, and it's iconic, and it's fantastic. But all jokes aside, Mindcrack was influential in helping getting Ultra Hardcore put into the game. Good, how did that come about, and what kind of things have you seen come from Ultra Hardcore mode?
Well, it's so funny how Ultra Hardcore came about to be, because I just made an off comment as to what I would love to see happen with making the game a little bit harder. Because I was doing all these Iron Man challenges where I wanted the game to be a little bit harder, and if I died, it was over. And Beef was watching it, and I kept saying, man, there should be a way that like you don't actually regenerate hearts, and you have to use things in the game to get hearts back. And Beef contacted a mod maker he knew at the time and made a mod for us. We're like, well, we'll just do this little one-off as Team Nancy Drew, and people might like it, maybe. And now, if you search Ultra Hardcore on YouTube, every group that plays Minecraft is playing it, and it's just insane how that's influenced just the type of content that's being made by Minecraft players. As someone that's got to recently see the HoloLens in first person and actually play with it, I can't wait to see an Ultra Hardcore played out on my table, where I can say, oh, follow pause, and it just zooms in, and I can see pause doing his thing. So I think, I don't know, I think that Minecraft's got a huge future in line with things like the HoloLens and game modes such as that.
And a lot of people know about Seth's game modes. Building game, Splatoon, and Minecraft. No, I'm not going to ask you any questions. Everybody knows your games. Are any of you other Minecrackers working on any games within Minecraft?
I can't hear a word you're saying.
Okay.
They need to turn up the bleed speakers so we can actually hear our own microphones.
Are any other of you working on game modes within Minecraft?
Well, I'll take this one, shall I? Yeah, a few of you may remember in the early stages of my channel, I did a thing called Quest for Everything, where foolishly I decided that it might be a good idea to try and get every block and every item that the game had. It was a long and hard slog, and I don't think I actually finished it in the end. And after a couple of years, I was trying to think about how I could reinvigorate it, and all this time, Beef had been nagging me, the little angel in the corner, going, "Can I play it? Can I play it?" Because he was looking for a new idea for a new single-player challenge, and he enjoyed that. And graciously, he didn't just walk off with it like he had every right to do, really. So we sat and chatted, and we thought, well, how about we make a group version of it? Make it a race or something like that. So coming up soon, I don't quite, do we know when? No, not yet.
Soon.
We will be doing a Mindcrack-wide, I don't know how many people got lined up for it, do we know?
It's quite a few.
It's quite a few. It's a lot of us, not all of us, but it's a lot of us. And we're going to do restricted time on a server in teams of 2, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's 2. And we're having a mod maker make something that will track all the blocks, because that, for me, was the hardest bit. It was keeping track of what you've got and what you haven't got. And it took a lot of time, a lot of editing. So hopefully we'll have a book that will track it all, and we'll have a race to see who can get every single item in the game. So I'm looking forward to that for sure.
As far as community goes, the whole goal when creating these things is to be able to share them with everyone else. So all the stuff we make, hopefully we can make sure that other content creators can do the same, because Minecraft's all about the community, right?
Well, and that's a good question. How have you seen the communities evolve over the years? What have you seen in the Minecraft community that you've been inspired by? I know you were talking a little bit earlier about it, Doc. Does anyone else, do you want to talk about it, Chad?
I mean, it's amazing to see how much the community's grown and changed over just even last MineCon a year and a half ago to this MineCon, and how many more people are excited to come up and hang out and say hi, that sort of thing. Doc?
Doc?
Yeah, one thing, I don't know how many of the real old school Minecrafters are around, but you know, back in the days, there was this huge divide between the modded community and the vanilla community. And I'm really stoked to see now, you know, over the years, I think we broke some ground back in the days when I did a nice modded Minecraft series with Monkey Farm back then. And yeah, we kind of brought the communities together, you know, modded and vanilla. And by now, the modded community became so huge and it became so professional. It's really easy now to get your mods going in your games. And that is something I'm really watching. I'm a vanilla guy always. That's, I guess, never gonna fully change, but that's something I really like to see. All this crazy creativity, you know, from the mods. And then some of the mod features also made it into the main game, which is also sometimes weird for me that people actually get mad about that and sometimes say, hey, the developers, they're stealing stuff from the mod makers. I would consider it an honor, you know, if something I made is considered good enough to be in the main game. So that is something I like a lot when I see that, and it's a thriving community, at least as big as the vanilla community by now, and that's something I really enjoy, at least, you know, as a bystander watching it. It's Direwolf comes to mind, you know, legend of the modding scene and so on, so it's really cool.
Pyro, what about you? What have you seen in the changes in the community lately?
You know, I was speaking with Chad earlier today, and I remember the last MineCon I went to, Chad was just a little boy sitting in a corner interviewing all us Minecrackers. And I've been with Chad the entire convention, and he has not stopped being crowded all day. He has just been mobbed. But he loves it. He loves his fans. But there's always like one. It's interesting to see like new figures pop up each year. So at the old MineCons, and then I mean this year's Stampy. You know, everyone loves the Stampy. So there's always the one big YouTuber that pops up, and it's interesting to see how the community grows with that over the years.
What about you, Sevidus? How have you seen the communities evolve over the years?
I mean, for me, it's obviously on Twitch more than anywhere else, and the community on Twitch is just, it keeps on growing and growing, and it's an amazing experience. I'm actually looking at Twitch chat right now. Shout-outs. Shout-outs to chat. I saw you chatting at Venom. Don't try to get away from this. I can read what you're saying about us. Oh, well. Anyways, yeah, I think that for me, the Twitch community is just, you know, exploded in a way that's like super awesome, especially when it comes to stuff like donating to charity events and stuff like that.
Now, Seth, you took a break from Minecraft for a while. What is it that brought you back?
Yeah, so like a couple months ago, I guess like May and June, I started putting out a lot of Minecraft videos again, and I really hadn't for something like 6 months before that. And there's actually a reason for that. They're all command block videos, and you might notice that they all kind of look similar. This is something I haven't actually talked about publicly before. The reason was that I actually started writing a kind of command block programming language. It's something that like you write in a text file and a program watches that text file. Whenever you hit save on that file, it just compiles the script and puts it into the world. And it's allowed me to do a lot of stuff that I was not able to do before because I can generate a lot of command blocks with a couple lines of code, and I can make changes really easily. I don't have to like right-click on a billion command blocks to find the one that I want to, find. And so it's just allowed me to do a lot more crazy stuff. So I don't know yet if I'm going to make it public because honestly, there's probably like a billion bugs in it, and I don't know if I want to spend all the time it's going to take to kind of support it. And also, it's kind of, it doesn't make programming with command blocks any easier, but it just makes it, or it doesn't make it any easier to learn, I guess. You have to already have the advanced knowledge of command blocks if you want to really make use of it. So I haven't really decided yet, but it's definitely something that's been really cool for me to work with and just increase my ability to do awesome stuff. So.
And we're gonna play a little game here on stage. I don't know if any of you guys have played Super Fight, but we've been having a lot of fun with it. So we're gonna play another round of Super Fight up here, and in the meantime, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask one final question from the last person in line. Good, what is it about the future of Minecraft that you're most excited about? What kind of things are coming up that you are really excited to see?
Well, for me, the most exciting thing I've seen recently is the HoloLens. I can't wait to see it go to the consumer level. And I mean, the only complaint I had about it was the field of view, and I know that's not even a complaint because it was still fantastic. But the things that you can do, it's so hard for me to even talk about it and not turn into like a complete fanboy and like get all super excited because it's like being in the movies you see, and I'm so excited that Minecraft is a part of that, and that I've been a part of the history of Minecraft from very early on to see it all evolve and the future. And yesterday we got to try out the new Pocket Edition version of Minecraft for Windows 10, and that looks fantastic, and it's going to be on PC. So I haven't been this excited about Minecraft since I first started playing it. I remember thinking about all the things that maybe someday would get added, space travel and all this. And of course mods have done that to some degree, but right now I am so happy with what looks like the future.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna ask everybody to do is pick up your cards, and you're gonna pick a superpower that you have. We're gonna start down here with Seth. And he's gonna look at his cards and pick one of the three, and then he's gonna get a random one from the deck, which I promise I have not looked at and stacked, unfortunately.
And for anyone that doesn't know what Super Fight is, it's a card game where there are heroes and there's attributes. We're going to be our heroes. So I'm Good. This is Milby. You know us all. And then the attributes we're going to pick here. And we also have an upcoming expansion with Super Fight that'll be coming out later this year, where you can buy all the Minecrackers or all the heroes and our attributes as well. Like, I like to eat spider eyes, for example.
So what's it going to be?
Well, it's tempting to pick in a jet fighter, but I don't actually know how to fly a jet fighter. So maybe Mario could handle it, but that doesn't seem like a good idea given some of its exploits with Mario Kart. So I'm going to pick armed with a bacon-wrapped baseball bat, right?
Okay. So we have Seth Bling armed with a bacon-wrapped baseball bat, and he really has to pee.
Even more dangerous.
And what we're going to do is we're going to give everybody their powers, and then we're going to take an audience vote to see who wins the fight from the table. Okay? So you ready? What do you got here, Pyro?
I have a few. Is really, really good looking, but I mean, I'm already there, so I don't need to use that one. I honestly haven't got anything amazing, but I think I'm going to go for the riding a horse card, because horses are pretty good, right?
What was that? Which one?
The riding a horse.
So we've got Pyro riding a horse, and he can summon an army of internet trolls.
I have sort of duds. I have no arms and can't see. I'm not gonna take these, but I'm 100 stories tall and I can basically squash anything. That's pretty much good.
So we've got C418 who is 100 stories tall, and he has a battleship.
That's great.
Sevidus, what about you?
So I'm gonna be Aurelian.
Oh, you're gonna be Aurelian.
And she's gonna be me.
Okay.
And I could be carrying a baby, but I won't do that to you. Aurelian is armed with a flamethrower, with the red hair.
But she is trapped in a potato sack.
Well, that's not hard to get.
I effectively just lit myself on fire. All right, well, since I'm Sevidus, I was tempted to pick that I was inside a giant robotic Sevidus, but myself. But instead I picked Bionic. So I am a Bionic Sevidus.
And he can fly when no one is watching.
All right. The last time we played this, I got really terrible cards, but I won anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I've got, like, yeah, I really have no choice. So one of my cards is Pacifist. That's not going to help me at all. The other one is the top half is, and I draw another character card, I'd like my top half to be Jay Sano. But that's not going to help me either. And so I'm going with, I have 3-foot fingernails.
And he's armed with a puppy musket.
A puppy musket?
How do you fire it?
You shoot puppies.
No, but he's got 3-foot fingernails.
Well, you know, that's the hard part.
Puppy that's shooting things. So I'm keeping my eye on Sevidus this whole time because I don't want him to fly. So I had to go with the ironic route of, as a firefighter, I can now throw fireballs.
And you can walk through solid objects.
It's a win-win combination.
Arcus?
All right, so I'm Arcus, superhero on its own, I would say. But my superpower is that I just can't stop dancing.
But the good news is, you're armed with a super glue fire hose.
Well, you know, my choice was I can either stretch like rubber. That didn't sound too well, but I've got the ultimate super weapon, which is pretty much unbeatable. I have a skunk on a stick, baby. Oh yeah, I'm gonna compete with that, man.
And he's in a blimp.
Hell yeah.
Skunk on a stick in a blimp.
Useful. So I could control machines, but that's far too easy. I could be on a velocipede, and that's far too hard. So I'm going to go for a nice middle ground here, and I'm going to be riding a war elephant.
And you shoot blinding light from your hands.
Yes, I do.
I want to sing like Aladdin to you.
Later.
No, I will later. So the first card I got was 10 stories tall, which is what C418 had, right? So that one got discarded. Next is one that was meant for Pyro. Pyro, you would have really enjoyed this card. Just drank 5 energy drinks. So I can't use that because that's basically for Pyro. So I am choosing Super Strength. I'm so swole.
And he has a magical unicorn horn.
Yeah! That's right. I'm going to ram you with a unicorn horn.
So I've got frost breath, so I can freeze everyone, but I don't want to win that easily. I've got a has a hostage, which yeah, I think that's going to go dark places. Who would my hostage be? Probably you.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are the superpowers are too good?
So what I'm going to go for is thinks the floor is actually lava, which doesn't help me at all, but.
But you explode if you stop moving.
There you go.
Milby, you're so ruined. All right, so I have the option of being armed with a harpoon gun, but I don't think I would. I'm not a very good aim. I have to wear glasses. So the next one is a piñata, and while I enjoy being punched on. I don't necessarily think that's good for winning a fight. So I'm just gonna be in a berserker rage. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but I imagine it looks like me running around at our party the other night.
And Good, you can kill with a kiss.
Ooh. You don't want me as a hostage anymore.
So let's go down here. Does anyone have a good reason why they think they would win this super fight?
All right, so first of all, I'm armed with a bacon wrap baseball bat. So anyone who sees me coming is just gonna be staring at the bacon and not the bat that's swinging at their face. Also, I really have to pee, so that's gotta be good motivation to, you know, I guess, destroy all humans. And cyborgs or bionic, yeah.
Let's hand it the microphone.
Very good.
Pyro.
So I have a question for you, Wes. It says my par is obviously riding a horse. I'm assuming this is a fast horse, right?
I think that's up to you.
Some Seabiscuit sort of horse?
Yeah.
We're going for that?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go for that. And then my second is can summon internet trolls. Now, I mean, that's a big variety. What internet trolls am I getting? Am I getting...
That's up to you, Pyro.
Okay, so I'm going to say I'm going to be riding into the battle like an Irish William Wallace. I'm going to have my horse. I'm going to have a bunch of internet trolls following me behind. And they're going to have computers, because some trolls are pretty good at computers, right? And they're going to be hacking the bionics. Anyone who comes at me with any sort of cyber technology is gone immediately. But after that, I'm kind of gone, right? So yeah, I give up already.
So here's the thing, though. If you have like 1 million little trolls that have pretty good internet capabilities, can they fight against a 100-story tall guy that has a battleship that is his size? You're dead. Good. Perfect. Well,
Okay, Sevidus, what's your story? How are you going to win the super fight?
I think of this, you're trapped in a potato sack and you have a flamethrower. I think it's just a grand entrance, really. You know, it's on fire and she just comes popping out of it and then just catches everybody on fire.
I have died, thank you very much. I'm Bionic Sevidus, and I'm also an astrophysicist, and I can fly when no one's watching. So with my bionic arms, I blindfold them, fly around, fly to space, boom, everyone's done, wrecked.
Wrecked.
All right, well, I have a lot of puppies at my disposal. Everybody loves puppies. I'll fire my puppy musket, and while you're distracted by cuteness, I will cut you up with my fingernails.
I don't think I'm winning this fight, but I'm throwing fireballs.
I'll just glue everyone to the ground while I'm just chronically dancing forever.
Well, you know, just imagine that image, me up in a blimp, throwing skunks around. I mean, come on.
Everyone will be going, what's that smell?
It's Tom. So, if you remember The Simpsons, Bart once had an elephant called Stampy, and everybody here loves Stampy, so I'm bound to win anyway. But people won't see me coming when I stamp them.
I think the unintended effect that I will have is I'll kill with looks, because I have super strength. So I'll be so good looking that everyone will just like not want to touch me. And that's super strength as well. And then with a unicorn horn, I mean, you gotta look good. No one looks bad with a unicorn horn. So I think looks will kill with my superpowers.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep parkouring until I meet someone, and then I'll stop, and then I'll just blow up. And then that's gonna be how I win, I guess.
Well, I'm in a berserker rage, so I'm running around like crazy, and anyone I kiss is gonna die. So I'm just like, rah, mwah, you're beautiful, mwah, you're beautiful, and then, rah, gonna win. There's no way.
Okay, we have listed everyone's powers. It is now time for the audience to vote. Are you ready?
Well, actually, guys, it's not a real fight, you know? The ladies always win, right? We got one.
Okay, so if you want Seth Bling, armed with a bacon wrap baseball bat, who really has to pee to win the super fight, clap now. Pyro, you're riding a horse and you're armed with internet trolls. Do you win? C418, 100 stories tall with a battleship. Do you win? Aurelian, armed with a flamethrower and trapped in a potato sack. Do you win? Sevidus, bionic Sevidus. If no one's watching, you can fly. Do you win? I don't know. Beef, with your 5-foot fingernails and your puppy musket. Do you win? Jay Sano, throwing fireballs and walking through walls. Not bad, not bad. Arcus, with your glue fire hose and can't stop dancing. Do you win? That's not bad. Doc, Stinky Doc in your blimp. Do you win? Badge, your 10-story, no wait. You're shooting blinding light from your hands and you're riding a war elephant. There's a little bit there. Magical unicorn horn with super strength Chad. Do you win?
But also in a vlog right now, so go make some noise.
Milby with the floor with lava but can't stop moving. Do you win? Not bad. Good. Good. Kill with a kiss.
You're beautiful, and you're in a vlog for me too. I can do that too.
He took my power.
That's right.
The super fight is completed. We have Good Boulder Fist as the winner, and he will kill you with a kiss.
You're all beautiful.
Thank you for joining us today. I'd like to thank everybody. Give a hand for Mindcrack. We appreciate you coming. Enjoy Minecon. On your way out the door, there will be people with cat ears. If you stop at the door, you can get a card and a keychain while supplies last. Additionally, we will be doing a signing down in the Creeper Host Mindcrack booth later on if you want to come down straight after this.